It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we've got Javarius Ward. He had no picks a week ago, but plenty of stops. 9 of them to be exact. It's the Falcons and the Cardinals. All that and more coming up next.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go on EA Sports. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A little short pass. This is Everett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Look at this Arizona defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
23 yards to pick up there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Cousins. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They are such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got a man open, it's Chase. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Jones is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Walker going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 51 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And Stroud now to throw. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Stroud on 3rd down now. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. When you look at this defense, they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start. Offside.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Cousins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, there was a stiff on there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's brought down. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. First carry for James Conner. And Conner going to pick up the Cardinals' 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32. The Cardinals at 5-4 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this point.
That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run. This defense for the Falcons, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Falcons.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Now Cousins hands to Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Ball start.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cousins to throw it. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The second down throw now from Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Takes it to about the 37.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Good footwork at the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. This one swung out here to Jones. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run wide side with Jones. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. They follow up that gigantic game with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Cousins now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that route.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And we see James, he will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd down and 3. Stroud looking to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 2nd and a couple. Stroud. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. To Connor on the check down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Cousins. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. James now to return it. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
Now here's Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Play fake. Cousins. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. A give for Walker running right. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, it's James. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They run behind center with Connor. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got him in. It's Brown. And a Pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Atlanta offense now, ready to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Play action now. Cousins.
He completes this to Walker.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of it.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. James now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive.
Connor loses it, and the Falcons grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Holding offense.
That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan is out.
There he goes, right side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
75 yards.
And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now down to 20.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now Stroud.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here's Stroud.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Throwing again is Stroud.
That's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. And now they're in the hurry up.
Brings up third and goal.
Third and goal, Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab.
And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of it. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And the Falcons grab it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, here's Stroud. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Second and 10. Here's Stroud. On the slant, Burks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
And the Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 39.
Here goes Stroud again. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Brown will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks?
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, They can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now a 2nd and 2. Stroud looking to throw.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for a Cardinals.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Stroud will look to throw once more.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Stroud.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.